Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Right, this could be an interesting one. This is one that I picked up a while ago from Beer Hop, who pretty much sort of specialised in American beer. Unfortunately, they've gone bust, if you like, or they shut down. I picked an awful lot of Sierra Nevada and Founder beers up from them because they were reduced. I mean, I know you can pick these beers up from most places, but I thought they were reduced. Let's have a go, spend the money and try some different stuff, save some cash at the same time. So, it's a style of beer that I may well not be a fan of, but I picked it up anyway, and it's a big expense when I come out and tell you. But what we've got, and it's looking like a 750ml bottle, I'm going to say. I think it says 9.4 fluid ounces. It does say 1 pint on the side, although I've had a bottle this size and I wasn't convinced. But what we've got, like I say, I picked it up from Beer Hop that are no longer here, and it's a collaboration between Sierra Nevada Brewing and a Russian River Brewing Company, both American breweries, and we have their 8th year release of Brux, I think that's how you say it, or brew, domesticated wild ale, and it's a sour ale. It's coming in at 8.6%. Like I say, 9.4 fluid ounces, 1 pint, 750ml. It's something like that. I think it's actually more than 750ml, to be honest, but it's got a Cajun cork, and this was half price at the time. Now, it should have been a £20 bottle of beer. Cost me £10. Now, like I say, because it was reduced, it's not the sort of money I spend on these beers all the time, but at the time it was a bit of a blowout. It was a bit of a treat because I don't do that sort of thing very often. Yeah, so I'm not a big fan of sour ales. I don't think I am, if I remember rightly. We got a Cajun cork. I'll just tell you some of the spiel. There's a nice looking label on the front. On the back, this is a vintage bottle of brew, or Brux, I don't know how you say it. Brewed one time only in 2012. One time. This is 10 years old, this beer. This dry Belgian style ale was born in the spirit of collaboration between Sierra Nevada Brewing Co. and Russian River Brewing Company, re-fermented in the bottle with something, Brux. I'm going to guess it's the type of yeast. Brux continues to evolve over time and in our temperature controlled cellars, developing in complexity while rounding out the overall character. We invite you to blah 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 blah. 3 minutes in, let's stop talking. American beer collaboration between Sierra Nevada and Russian River Brewing Co. It says a tulip glass for a sour ale. Cajun cork, like I say. Excuse me. I've just been for some food at the place called the Fat Boar in Mould, as it happens, on the way back from our day out. So it's repeating a little bit on me now. So let's get it out, see what we get. This should be interesting. I do hope I like it, because yeah, that's quite a nice aroma there. Because with what I've spent on it, you want a beer that's going to be good, don't you? Now, I don't know if it's going to change as I get to the bottom, but I'm just going to review this as it is. You know, I don't know how much sort of sediment I'm going to be able to sort of bring up to the top. But obviously, I'm not going to review this beer for the whole bottle. 8.6%. My God, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? So, it's a sour ale. Look at it in a glass. There is a lovely aroma off it. Beer in a glass. Try and hold it up. There is carbonation going up. It's not a glass that creates a lot, to be honest, so if there isn't much there, I'm not really bothered. It's kind of, you know, a big hazy murky sort of amber number. It sort of has that sort of like strawberry haze in it, doesn't it? The head has pretty much gone, as you can see. We've just got literally a dusting, a sour ale. That doesn't surprise me in the least. It looks, I guess, as I was kind of expecting or thought it might do. Baz is spilling it all while trying to swill it, as he does. Anyway, let's dive in with the nose and see what we get on the nose. Oh, it's got a distinctive smell. Oh yeah. Very oaky, very woody on the nose. It's got a sour tartness in there, I would say. That oakiness is it sort of has a slight sort of, how can I put it, like a barrel aged kind of thing on it, but it smells beautiful. It smells sour, it smells tart, it also has a little bit of a sweetness in there. Woody, earthy. In all fairness, it does smell really nice. It's got a distinct aroma that does smell nice. I hope it tastes as good as it smells. Like I say, I'm not a big fan of the style, but we'll dive in, see what we get. Cheers. That's a change to the taste buds, I tell you. Cool, let's go in again. I think that's the palate adjusting, shall we say. Yeah. Sour ale. Cool. I don't think it's going to be one for me, I'll be honest with you. Body on it is good though. You know, I've had sour IPAs, if you like, and what have you. This is a Belgium style sort of thing, so it's going to be a little bit different. But it does have a decent body on it. Carbonation is typical sour ale, in my opinion, or sour sort of beer. Lots of little bubbles, very, very sort of fizzy. Exactly what you expect really from a sour. You tend to get a well carbonated drink. That's what this is. Mouthfeel, obviously the mouthfeel isn't going to be the smoothest. Even though it's got a good body, that carbonation is just very busy in the mouth. Taste wise, it's it's very different, it's very complex. It's going to be hard for me to kind of pick everything out, but I'll do my best. Oh yeah, sour tartness there. You get that little bit of booziness from me. You kind of get that booziness is almost, like I say, you get that oaky, woody thing. You almost get sort of like in the aroma a barrel aged feel, and it sort of gives a feel of alcohol as well. So for me, that 8.6% feels like it's there. It really does. You get that in the taste. You also sort of get that feeling of barrel aged and maybe a little bit of a spirit feel in there. But there is also apple feel in there. You're getting sort of like an apple that's sort of, I'm not going to say gone off, but you know when it sort of goes brown, even maybe sort of the sour tartness of a cooked apple. You get a little bit of pear in there as well. It's very distinct. I'll be honest, it's definitely not my cup of tea, but a tenner a bottle. It was probably the best thing I've done to actually buy it while it was half price, because again, like I say, it's not the sort of style I'm into. But what I do get from it is it's exactly what it should be. A wild ale, they're that little bit funky as well. Like I say, you get the sourness in there, that tartness. I mean, I can't really complain about the quality of the beer, in the sense that it's doing exactly what, pardon me, carbonation, pardon me again, it's doing exactly what it says it's going to do. Look at that. Poured that straight in, fizzed up, head gone. I mean, if you're not a fan of this style of drink, you're not going to like it. And in a sense, that shouts out how good this is, because it really does do what it's supposed to be doing. I mean, it's got that typical wild ale, sour Belgium sort of feel about it. It doesn't do it for me personally, but I appreciate what they've done. I appreciate they've made this beer to how it should be. We're going to try and get the lot bits in there. There we go. Would I recommend it? If you like your sour ales, give it a go. If you're only coming into these sort of sour ales, I would maybe say give it a miss. Get yourself more tuned into them. If you're a big fan of sort of wild sour ales, you need to give this a go. And if you happen to be able to pick this up, like I say, a 10-year-old bottle of this is, if you could pick that up, if you happen to be lucky enough to pick that up for a tenner, you are probably laughing, because that can be aged and kept. I wouldn't be surprised if there's bottles going for more than 20 quid now, to be honest. So yeah, not to my personal taste, but Sierra Nevada and Russian River have done the job they mean to. As I've said, if you give it a go if you want to. If you've had it before, feel free to comment. Let me know what you think. Thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Sorry I've waffled on for so long. Feel free to like and share. Don't forget I'm on Facebook, All the Beer No Idea. I'm on Twitter, All the Beer No Idea 1, or All the Beer No Idea. Instagram, All the Beer No Idea 1. And obviously YouTube, where you're watching me. So yeah, feel free to subscribe. Check out all the other options you can have to see me. Thank you all for watching. Enjoy the rest of your bank holiday weekend, and I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.